Hello everyone, and welcome to our creative workshop. Today we're going to learn step by step how to draw iconic Minecraft-style 3D grass blocks using Krita's powerful perspective tools. To get the most out of this training and fully understand it, you should follow this content from start to finish without skipping any sections. You should also watch the content we have published previously and will publish soon. First, let's start by creating a new layer. Then we'll select the Assistant tool from our toolbox. When we click anywhere on the canvas, the tool's options will appear. We're choosing the 2-point perspective mode. Now let's set up our perspective grid. We can increase the density setting to make the guidelines more frequent. This will help us place our cube more precisely. You can drag the points on the horizon line to change the position of the vanishing points. Let's create a new paint layer. We'll select the Freehand Brush tool, and in the Tool Options panel, make sure the Snap to Assistance box is checked. This will ensure our lines perfectly conform to the perspective grid. We'll begin by drawing the bottom face of our block. Thanks to the Perspective tool and brush snapping feature, our lines will automatically align towards the vanishing point. Next, we draw the vertical lines to define the height of our cube. We will use this rough sketch as a draft and reduce its transparency. We will open a new layer and work on the line art on top of it. Finally, we complete the top face of the cube. Now let's give our block that iconic grassy look. We'll select the Freehand Brush tool and draw a rough grass-like texture along the top edges of the block. Placing this layer beneath the line art can provide a cleaner look. Time for coloring. Let's pick a vibrant green and a rich brown from the color selector. Using the Fill tool, we'll color the grass and dirt sections of the block. If the color spills, you can increase the grow value in the tool options to make the fill better detect the outlines. If you are not satisfied with the color, you can change the saturation of a layer and other color settings as a whole, or manually assign or paint different color tones to the desired areas. Let's add depth to our block with shading. We'll create a new layer and pick a darker shade of our base color. We paint the surfaces of the block that would be less affected by light. Don't worry about painting outside the lines, we'll clean that up in a moment. Now let's add the highlights. We'll create another new layer, pick a lighter color this time, and paint the edges and surfaces where the light would hit directly. We will also color the front of the grass block, which receives more light, with a brighter tone. At this point, we will create variations in the line art by using brush strokes of different thicknesses, so that the main lines of the block will look more natural, and the appearance of hand-drawn art will be enhanced. Time to add details. Select the dirt layer and use lighter and darker shades of brown to add simple brush strokes, creating a stylized dirt texture true to the game's aesthetic. To clean up the areas where the paint went over, we are using the Rectangular Selection tool. Aligning with the block's edges, we select the excess areas we want to remove. Once selected, we simply press the Delete key to clean them up. This method gives us perfectly sharp edges. You could also use the Polygonal Selection tool for the same purpose, especially for more intricate shapes. Actually, we could have limited this layer with a clipping mask, but we will complete this tutorial using multi-layered and direct methods. As a more professional and technical approach, we will soon create examples using clipping masks and thus explain the automatic solution to the problem of parts extending beyond the painted area. As we mentioned at the beginning, to get the most out of this tutorial and fully understand it, you should follow this content from start to finish without skipping any sections. You should also follow the content we have published previously and will publish soon. To make the colors pop, we can use the HSV adjustment from the filter menu. Here, we can adjust the hue and saturation to give our block a more vibrant look. Now that our first block is complete, we can duplicate and diversify it. Group all the block layers together and duplicate the group. Using the Transform tool, Ctrl+T, you can move the copy, resize it, and even flip it horizontally for a different look. Using these techniques, you can create multiple blocks with different perspective angles and deformations to enrich your scene. Keeping each block in a separate group makes arranging and editing them easier. By using the more advanced options within the Transform tool, like Liquify, Cage, and Warp, you can give your block different, more organic or stylized shapes. After arranging all the blocks, you can hide the background and save your work as a PNG with a transparent background. This is perfect for using your illustrations in other projects. And there you have it. You can easily draw stylized 3D blocks using Krita's assistant tool. If you enjoyed this fun experiment and would like to see more interactive content like this to give you new insights, check out what else we have on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notifications for new videos. See you again soon and thanks for watching.